right, here we go. It's Mr. Young in the house.
And it's foreign in the building, bro. SummerSlam is here, almost here.
It is an exciting time to be a pro wrestling fan. Hello to everybody in the chat, by the way. Nice to see so many familiar faces. Always good to have you here. Sit back, relax. I know it's 12 noon if you're watching this live. If you're listening to this post fact, then, well, it could be any time in the world, whatever it is. That's the beauty of on demand. Right, but we say thank you for your time. And as always, the Discord link is in the description. Come join the Discord if you haven't already. Come chat with us 24/7, anytime somebody talking about wrestling, bro.
Bro, I think this weekend we've had people talking about Kete. People complimenting about, Great American Bash. A lot of things, bro.
Hang on, you said the triggering words and
oh,
it's making
bro,
me...
I'm sorry to trigger you so early in the podcast,
you
bro.
started us off on a negative note. Can I just get this out of the way?
Yeah, let's get it out. Let's blow it through your system, bro.
We've talked about this as clown many times already, right? Irvin, what's up? McJohn Mouse, Div Royalty, it's good to see you all. We've talked about this Kurt Tay jabroni several times about how he wanted to be paid to come on the podcast. Even after I explained to him that we do this out of the love of pro wrestling, he wants to be out there and brand himself as a giant wrestling fan. Look, he's not a real wrestling fan. He just needs something to latch onto, and that's what he's latched onto. That's his whole identity, persona. The dude has the persona and the personality of wet paper towel. That's what he has. So what does he have to do? He go and copy this, copy that. He has no personality of his own. And then he goes and I don't know if you saw this, right? Recent news I heard from Reddit and some links here and there.
Damn, he's on Reddit.
Bro, okay. He was banned from Hair for Hope.
How do you get banned from Hair for Hope?
Hair for Hope is this local charity event run by the Children's Cancer Foundation, right? This really pissed me off. It's run by these wonderful people who shave their heads every year to show the world that it's okay to be bald because these children who have cancer, right? That's going through chemotherapy. That's what happens to them. So, it's like a show of solidarity. See, everybody also shave their head bald, right? This Kurt Tay fella goes on TikTok and films a video about how he likes to join this every year because he has a fetish for women shaving their head. No, he literally said this on TikTok.
Fuck, when? Like, legit?
Recently. And then in light of that, the people over at Hair for Hope, they're like, okay, this is this is quite disturbing.
Yeah,
right?
It is.
So they ban him from this because, and not only that, right? Not only does he go to look, he goes to film, all right? That like, there's lines, like, usually I just tolerate his bullshit, right? But there's a line that, like, come on, man, what's wrong with you? Even if he's saying this for attention and maybe he doesn't really mean it, still. Like,
he goes to a Hair for Hope event and films
because apparently, in his own words, it is a fetish for him, seeing women get shaved. Like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, come on, man.
Bro, maybe our fetish is beating him up, bro. Maybe he gets turned on. Let's beat him up, bro.
That is not fetish. He is just. I don't even.
Man.
Bro, you triggered me right off the start, right off the bat, bro.
It's okay, bro. This is why you don't go on our Discord at all times. You must go at certain times and after all the stuff has been filtered out. Great American Bash can. If you are like me who puts it on notification on, middle of the night, I will see this kind of content.
Oh my god, bro. Like, it's like, when I found out about this and like I already had a very low bar when it comes to this fella. But it just went into like the center of the universe. It might come out the other end of the earth by the end of the year. So it's got to a point where it's not even a sense of like, I want to slap this fella or anything like that. No, it's just like, just ask him to go away. Ask him to just go away. Just be quiet. Live a normal, fruitful life. Be a positive contributor to society and stop being a creep.
Bro, I think he just needs to listen to the Rock's tagline, bro.
Yeah.
Just tell the jabroni to shut your mouth, bro.
Yeah.
Just shut your mouth.
And stop. This is me trying to gatekeep, but stop being a fan of wrestling because it makes us all look bad. Like,
oh yeah, man.
Okay, you know how to trigger me? Anytime I post anything about wrestling on my social, go to my comments and say, Kurt Tay, triggered.
Bro, tag him.
No, F that. I put up a TikTok one time. There's this cool filter that makes you look like a wrestler, right? So I did it with my title belt. And then somebody, very funny, hey, Kurt Tay. I'm like, you man.
Bro.
Man. Do not even. Oh, bro, I cannot. You ever see me so angry or not?
Bro, it's like Beetlejuice, bro. Don't say his name 2-3 times. He will appear one. Don't. Okay, so let's just take it a step further, bro. Don't just ban him from Hair for Hope. Let's ban him from us ever mentioning him on Kick to the Gut ever again.
Ban him from
this.
Yes, okay, let's do it. Ban him from everything. Yeah, just do not ever bring up he like that. What's that? Voldemort, the name that shall not be mentioned. What I don't read Harry Potter.
Yeah, he who shall not be named. Shall not be named, my bro.
Whatever anyway, I hope everybody else is having a good start to their day. The royalty say talk about Secret Invasion instead. What? Hey, why?
Another trigger for you.
That was another disappointment. Bro.
Oh dear God. Okay. You know what?
Did you watch Secret Invasion, by the way?
Actually, I watched it. I actually watched it from the start all the way until the end.
Tell me what you felt.
Okay, and before you give your comment, I think let me being the objective foreign that I am, bro.
Objective foreign. Let's go.
I'll tell you the things that I like about the show, bro. The show. I do like Rhodey being an asshole. I think it's quite hilarious.
Yes.
All his I think dialogue scenes with Samuel L. Jackson, like incredibly, like I loved it, right? I love his relationship with the Skrull as his wife. I do not know whether you know about that in the comics. Is that a thing that really happened to Nick Fury?
I do not believe it is thing. By the way, spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't watched the latest season of Secret Invasion. Can I just draw a parallel right now to pro wrestling?
Yes, of course. Everything can fit into pro wrestling, bro. It makes sense to pro wrestling fans.
Like, undoubtedly, you have powerhouse actors in there. You have Rhodey, Don Cheadle, you have Samuel L. Jackson. Every time they share a scene together, it's intense. It's fantastic, right?
Yes.
But you have a shit script and a shit story that's not thrilling, even though this is supposed to be a spy thriller. And you know what this is? This is AEW. It's what it is. You have great workers who can put on good performances. But the build, the production, whatever is surrounding them is failing them.
Exact. Oh, bro. And okay, I guess you're gonna talk about the bad stuff about the show because I think that's another half an hour, bro. Oh dear God. Oh my God. Okay. Let's just talk about the things that they could have done better. Like there was the potential there, right?
Yeah.
When I first saw the trailer, I don't remember whether you recall like the first trailer that they put out, the teaser for Secret Invasion. I immediately got, Winter Soldier vibes.
Yes.
Like Captain America Winter Soldier. I was like, oh shit, it's gonna be like a political thriller.
Yeah.
Is there gonna be violence? And for certain portions of the show, especially at the beginning, right? I thought they were delivering on that. I thought like, holy crap, like it was so like menacing, intriguing. There was so much like layers and like plot twists.
Yeah.
And then like when they kill off more spoilers, guys. On the very first episode, they kill off Maria Hill. I'm like,
wow.
What?
Okay,
what are they trying to do there, bro?
See, I thought they wanted to shock us, and then somewhere along the way they twist. Didn't really die.
Bring her back. Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe they're saving that revival for a later show. But yeah, I mean, especially like Kobe Smulders. Yeah. Robin Schabotsky, everyone loves her, right?
Of course.
It feels like she was done very dirty. Like one episode and bye-bye, gone,
Yeah, I thought they were going to highlight her the way, if you recall, Falcon and Winter Soldier, they highlighted the Sharon Carter, right?
Yeah, Sharon Carter.
Yeah, like give her a new wrinkle to her character or like explore. That was the thing I really thought like was a wasted opportunity. Why didn't they explore the relationship between Maria Hill and Nick Fury? Imagine, bro, they did a flashback where it was Nick Fury recruiting Maria Hill in the next episode. Like if she died, but then there was a reason talk about it, their relationship. Then okay, and then like if they had made the whole storyline about one by one, the people that Nick Fury cared about gets taken away from him. Whether it's like Maria Hill, Skrull, Rhodey, and all that. Yeah, Talos. Yeah, Talos also, I believe like, the issue is, right, because they kill off Maria Hill, right? Everyone thought his death was a fake out.
Yeah.
Everyone thought the Gia's death was a fake out, which turned out to be a fake out. So we were like, it could have been more impactful if it was just that one person that died in the series, Talos.
Yeah.
Right?
But
I don't know, man.
So Fia says writer's strike, bro. didn't this happen? Like, didn't they solidify the script before the writer's strike?
This was way before the writer's script.
No,
bro.
this is nothing to do with the writer's strike. This is just them like cobbling together this thing. And here's the problem, right? I've been reading the Secret Invasion storyline, and I get it. You shouldn't hold the same expectation because in comic books you can do all sorts of crazy shit, right? In the comic books, Spider-Woman was a Skrull, Elektra was a Skrull, and then they would do these slow reveals. Oh, all these superheroes actually have been Skrulls for the past don't know how many years, and then they connect back. Then you got flashback issues of when they were replaced. So that was huge, right?
Yeah.
Bro, by the third episode, we knew Rhodey was a Skrull already. I'm like, what the? And they did it in such a lackluster, in the phone call scene.
Yeah.
Unless you are really not paying attention, you knew that was the twist already. Which was like, huh? Like that? Okay.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, everything in the show felt, huh? Like that? You know, and
it could have been like a Avenger level build to like a huge crossover storyline, multiple movies. You know what I mean? They can do the starting off, because when you watch Loki, that felt like season 1 Loki was like, jumping off point, right?
Yeah. You know what it felt like? And I hate saying this because I enjoyed the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. series, but it felt like an episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. where it's like, okay, the scale and scope is smaller. This is not MCU. This is just TV. There's that vibe of this is small time versus Loki. The first season of the first batch of Disney Plus shows, they just throw the budget. This one, you can tell they cut back the budget. So like Loki season 1, Falcon Winter Soldier, all felt big, felt like movies. This felt like a TV show. So I've said this before on my Twitch stream as well. Cheap plug for my Twitch stream, Mr. Young Gigi. We talk about a lot of Marvel nerdy shit. But it's like, I feel like they should have just done a 3-episode miniseries. Just make the story shorter, but make it more impactful and spend the budget properly. In that way, instead of trying to drag it out for 6 episodes and all, like,
I didn't mind 6 episodes if each episode felt like a huge character study. Like, if they spend an entire episode, right, doing a flashback scene of Maria Hill and Nick Fury's history, worth it. Like, that reminded me of like days from Lost or Prison Break, right? Like, that would be worth it. Yeah.
Okay, I think the series was filmed in the latter part of the pandemic, and that probably explains why a lot of the scenes, I don't know if you realize this, a lot of the scenes felt empty. It felt like a small budget show where you have like, everyone, the president is under attack. How come only got 2 bodyguards? You know what I mean? You just, the president was in the hospital, right? Usually you watch ER, you watch Grey's Anatomy, like all the doctors will be around, surgeons will be hanging around. Like, no, this one only got 4 people in the scene. I'm like, everything feels small and empty.
Yeah. Okay, when did you feel like the Disney Plus shows, right, started to get stale or like get more like, this is not Marvel quality? At which point, in your opinion? From which show onwards?
I know a lot of people shit on She-Hulk, but I enjoyed She-Hulk. I thought it was a fresh, different take. Because we've been seeing the same thing quite a lot.
Okay.
I would say, I didn't even hate the thing with Ms. Marvel is, right, like, I'm not a fan of the character, so I went in with very low expectations. You know what I mean? Yep. So it didn't disappoint because my expectations were low to begin with. So I was like, okay, fun show, whatever. I'm not going to put too much effort into it. So really, the big disappointment for me is the this one, is the Secret Invasion. Yeah.
Okay. I think for me it came even earlier, bro. There was a period in time. No, like not the movies. The movies, like, there was a period in time, I know exactly when it started to get shit. I think
Eternals.
Eternals was like, what the fuck? And then like
Eternals, they tried to be too deep. They tried to go too deep, and then most mainstream audiences like, huh? Don't understand.
Eternal was like the first, like, wow, really, that was a miss by Marvel. Yeah. And then I felt Multiverse of Madness promised so much, but then when you look back, right, you're like, man, no, that's not. And then they
don't, bro. Multiverse of Madness is my favorite. It stands because I love horror. I love the Sam Raimi style of horror. But I get it. If you are not into that style, if you're not an Evil Dead fan, I think it might not hit for you. So I understand the hesitation.
Yeah, I didn't hate the style of treatment. I think everything about the treatment was well done. It's just more that I had hype because I watched the What If TV
Oh,
show, and they
yeah,
build up like the evil Doctor Strange and all that kind of
yeah.
stuff. And like I think the bigger disappointment was when they kill off all those Illuminati members, bro. Like in that
Oh,
one scene, remember?
it's, you know what it is? It's like bringing
Oh,
in Ric Flair to do a job, bringing in Tanahashi to lose in 5 minutes. Ah, see,
yeah, yeah,
everything
exactly.
links, bro. Everything links to
Okay.
wrestling.
It's true, and I think after Love and Thunder, I was like,
Oh,
come on, how can you fuck up Christian Bale as the
yeah.
best villain? Like he literally had like the best like villain look. Everything should be perfect, and like,
You know what Love and Thunder is like?
what?
Love and Thunder is like an episode of Dynamite where they just went. You know why Taika Waititi is famous for his jokes, same as
Yeah,
the Young Bucks famous for their flippity shit. They went too far with it. They
they
just
went too
threw
far.
one trick pony, just joke until nobody took anything seriously. That
Yeah,
is the issue with Love and Thunder.
yeah. I mean, you're right, man. I got no complaints about that. But when it
Yeah,
comes to the TV shows, right? TV shows, I had like a bit of a weird dynamic where it was like I wanted to have low expectations, but I also was curious to see how different
yeah,
Marvel can present their content in this format, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I think that first slate was great. Like everything up
Mm.
to Hawkeye, I was like, oh, okay, very interesting. Even Hawkeye was like a winter or like a Christmas film. That was fun.
Christmas
Um,
special, huh?
Christmas special, yes. Moon Knight felt
Mm.
very intriguing because of like the whole aspects of like his disassociative personality or something like that.
Yes, yes,
But of course, people always talk about how I always the final episode is like, yeah, they like tie up too much loose ends. You know, can't
correct.
really tie it up. So like that was starting to stumble a bit. Miss Marvel, I could identify because not because I'm a Pakistani woman, but because as a Muslim
Sure.
man and like the culture I could appreciate and blah blah
Mm.
blah. She-Hulk, like you said, I enjoyed it, especially right when they went deep into the courtroom drama stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
The courtroom drama was fun. But
Mm.
of course, people were like talking about like the CGI and like they were leaning more towards like a Ellie McBeal
Yeah,
audience.
yeah.
So yeah,
Wait,
okay, limiting. Yeah.
yeah, it's not a big deal. What was the one after that? Huh?
There was
Oh,
the Guardian special.
okay. The Guardian special. It is what it is. A Christmas kids show, lah. I mean,
Yeah, it
you're not
is.
going to put too much stock into it. Did you watch Werewolf by Night?
I didn't. I
Okay.
didn't.
See,
Okay.
I feel like they should do more of these one shots. Just have you have an idea, right? Just do a one-off story, like that's interesting, that's different, so you don't commit to it too much.
Damn, do you enjoy it? I didn't get. I completely forgot about Werewolf by Night, bro.
I, as a horror fan, I enjoyed it. But
Okay.
I can
Okay.
see, like, I was watching my wife while we were watching it together, and it did nothing for her because she's not a fan of like this style of like old school horror. This is like a lot of throwbacks to classic horror, but I enjoyed it,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, but I feel like there's been a scenario where Marvel keeps missing the landing. Like a lot of the
Yeah.
premise promise so much, but then when it comes to the landing, like, man, not really. Secret Invasion I think is one of those shows lah where
Oh.
the landing, bro. Like the final fight was a cop out where Gaia was like the reveal as
Oh,
the Nick Fury.
Also,
Bro.
yeah, they just completely overpowered Gaia. You know, Gaia is who? Gaia is Kenny Omega, bro. Anything can do, everything can kick out.
Don't you think right? Emilia Clarke have been screwed out of two separate TV series, bro.
So, okay, my question is, right, where is she going to go from here? Like, with that amount of power, she needs to be in the Marvels. She needs to be in one of the big team up movies. She literally is the most powerful one now. She is Captain Marvel plus 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 plus.
Yeah, she's Captain Marvel, and it's just Captain Marvel is only one of the powers. She got all of the powers, right?
Yeah, and as it is, Captain Marvel is already the most OP one of the bunch.
You want to hear a very like I don't understand this plot point, right?
Yeah.
Technically, right, she and the what's his name, the Gravik, right, was in that chamber, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
doesn't that mean Gravik also was super OP? How come
Yeah.
he died so easy, one?
Bro, he got jobbed out, bro. No, that's exactly it. I'm like, wow, how come? No, you know why? She was fueled by the rage of him killing the Faja. But like, I don't know if they played it out or they didn't play it out properly. But yeah, it felt like they really jobbed Gravik out after. Also, okay, this is a complete side, but like after watching Barbie, I'm like,
Oh,
I can't take Gravik seriously because he was in Barbie. And
Oh yeah, he damn kental, you know. He
yeah,
was
it's that
the
funny.
basketball
And then,
king,
now when I watched the last episode, I'm like, bro, that's Ken. That's one of the different Kens.
Let's just say his acting range, okay lah. Give it to him
quite good,
lah.
quite good.
He can do all that. But
Irvin says, I like Hawkeye, but need to make an Echo TV show, May. Oh my god. So did you hear about the Echo TV show?
Yes, I heard about it.
Instead of releasing it like episode by episode, they're just going to release the whole thing one shot. So that might not bode well.
Does that mean they are like cutting their losses?
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, okay. So the explanation is they are releasing it during Thanksgiving weekend. So they want people to watch it over the long weekend.
Okay. Fair enough.
I also feel like they know that this is not going to be a big, like, wow, everyone wants to watch, episodically, right? So let's just do it the binge style.
I've been putting a bow on our Marvel interlude. So I think this is one thing we're gonna do going forward, Mr. Young. Before we dive into the wrestling stuff, let's talk pop culture for like the first part of the podcast. Yeah, right?
Kick to the box office. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Okay, so I feel
hang on. Did you just go Jamaican on me? Yeah, man.
Yes, I did, man.
Yeah, man. Let's go, man. Boom, boom, boom.
No. That one is the gun club. Now the gun club got the entrance. Boom, 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 bro.
No, remember Kofi used to go the boom, boom.
Of course, bro. I memorized the song, bro. SOS, I hear the hunger.
Someone sing. SOS,
I hear the hunger. Okay, don't let me try to do my. Okay, that's the point. No, it's not the point. The point is, as much as Secret Invasion was disappointing, I feel like the next two Marvel pieces of content I'm definitely looking forward to. First of all, Loki season 2 trailer drop. Did you see, bro?
Yes, it looks it looks very, very promising. I hope they didn't pull back the budget on this.
Yeah,
they can't.
They
can't for Loki.
Loki has never let us down so far, so I feel like they will come through in that. And you know what? I'm actually looking forward to Marvels, bro.
Same.
I am looking forward to the Marvels because I feel like I know people have their issues with Brie Larson, but I'm a fan of Brie Larson, bro. You know why?
What, the tight t-shirt? Stop it,
no,
bro.
No, bro. Bro, I am a man of culture, but not that kind of culture. No, because over the weekend, right, I randomly on Disney Plus, I was like, I'm sick of Marvel, so I'm going to watch something random on Disney Plus that I can enjoy myself.
Okay.
I ended up on the National Geographic section of the streaming app. I'm like, I've never checked out any of the shows here. I'm just going to click a random show. You know what I ended up watching, bro?
What?
Running Wild with Bear Grylls featuring Brie Larson, bro.
She was in an episode of Bear Grylls.
Yes.
So she was in the wild doing like camping shit.
Yeah, bro. I tell you, that changed my opinion completely on Brie. She was the most likable. She has the best dry sense of humor. And there was this one part where Bear Grylls make her like freaking traverse on a rope, right?
Yeah.
Across a river filled with crocodile.
Ooh.
And then you know what's the best part? She's so light, right? But then when she got on the rope because of her back, she sunk into the water, bro.
Walao.
So she was like, I think I'm not gonna make it for like Marvel 2, Captain Marvel 2. So they were doing the Captain Marvel press conference. So they're like, I think I'm not gonna make it for Captain Marvel 2. So yeah.
Oh my god.
You know, like she was able to joke and make jokes in the life-threatening situations. I'm like, that's kind of my girl, you know, I like her a lot.
She OP lah. Okay, it's very obvious what they're trying to do with her and like the whole story where now she's connected to Photon and Kamala Khan, right? So she can't go off and be the solo OP already. She has to work as a team. So that will definitely soften her edges and make her I just hope, because there are a lot of funny scenes in the trailer, I hope they, once again, they don't go the route of Love and Thunder where they overdo it. Yeah. If they just keep it to that standard, yes, we got the ha-has, but we got the badass action scene. And at the end of the day, doesn't it feel like Secret Invasion was like a big 6-episode teaser for the Marvels?
Yeah, it was. If it leads to that, then okay. If the Skrull thing completely forgotten, it's a completely new plot line, then I think it's a waste. Because I think wasn't Secret Invasion like a huge comic crossover event?
Yes.
And like, shouldn't it be translated on the biggest screen possible?
Well, okay, so Secret Invasion ends up with Norman Osborn being the hero. That's how Norman Osborn, aka Green Goblin, he sets up the Dark Avengers, right? So in the current MCU, we're diving into really nerd talk here, but looking at the current MCU, if you see the way that the president was portrayed in the last episode, he a bit like a loser, right? Like a inefficient president. So this sort of paves the way for him to get impeached or get kicked out and replaced by Thunderbolt Ross, who's going to be played by Harrison Ford.
Okay.
And
cool.
he's going to pull together his own superhero team known as the Thunderbolts, which they've teased already, which
I
will
see.
bring in the Russian guy from David Harbour, the Red Guardian.
From Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Yeah.
So Red Guardian, Ghost, the new Black Widow,
the new Captain America.
a US agent, aka
Yes.
John Walker, and stuff like that. So apparently, that's like the government's version of the Avengers. So it's all been leading to that. And for that to happen, they need to make the current president look like a jackass.
Okay, and all this is like kind of part of the Secret Invasion storyline, epic story.
That's where I potentially see it going. Because in the comics, like I said, it's slightly different, right? In the comics, the Secret Invasion storyline ended with Norman Osborn killing off the head Skrull. And then he gains the public's trust and he forms the Dark Avengers.
I see. What is the link, or is there a correlation between Secret Invasion going into Secret Wars? Because that's the Avenger Secret Wars. They teased it as like part of the storyline. Right?
Okay, no. Secret Wars was more of a incursion issue where multiverses would start colliding. So Secret Invasion was leading up to it. Like, it was a different event altogether, like different years.
Okay, cool. You know what? We need a comic historian to kind of like guide us through, because I think we are in like super deep nerd territory in terms of the MCU as well. Like, I don't think anyone can start watching from nothing and like figure shit out already, you know?
Exactly. So, and we haven't. Okay, let's start talking about wrestling. Then let's get into it. This is not kick to the box office. It could be
not yet.
But yes, let's talk about the fact that right now we have a situation where I can actually watch AEW and not think I've wasted my time. Let's talk about how Collision was fantastic. And okay, a lot of it probably has to do with the fact that Great American Bash was happening at the same time. So who's is like, am I in the correct podcast?
Don't worry, so who's just nice. We are just about to cater to your wrestling sensibilities right now.
Yes. So yeah, look, just very quickly, right? It's very obvious who has sort of like the creative influence on Collision, don't you think?
Yeah. What do you think of the fact that Collision has a overall like a smaller viewership than Dynamite, but it seems to be holding steady or even increasing throughout the show? What's your thoughts on that?
That's fine. That's great. It just means that they are putting together a proper good show, and in the long run, you can only build from there. Whereas on Dynamite, it's like up and down, mostly down. They get the bleed on from the previous hour, and then they start going downwards. Right? It's a tumbalik trend. So I think it says a lot about what kind of show they're putting on, and hopefully Tony Khan sees this and understands like, oh, okay. Like, okay, to be fair, like on Collision, they do have some flippy shit, but it's some flippy shit sandwiched in with the good shit, with the, you know what I mean? So
it's a normal wrestling show offering everything.
Yeah, it's a proper variety wrestling show.
Yeah, and everyone knows that I'm a huge CM Punk fan.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that, I always will go to bat for that guy, even though, yes, he is problematic. We all accept that, right?
Yeah.
But I see a lot of similarities, if you realize, bro, because I wrote an article, cheap plug, Sports Feeder.
Let's go.
I said 4 signs that CM Punk is mimicking Hulk Hogan's run in WCW.
What? Okay.
Deep dive, bro. Deep dive. You all want to find out more, you go check out or sign up to our Patreon, bro, where I can share you more articles. But don't you feel like, bro, like he's eventually gonna turn heel, right? But I feel like he is taking the longer route. He's not like shocking fans, okay, I'm gonna turn heel and do Hulk Hogan. But he's doing Hulk Hogan from 1993 and 1994, where the crowd was starting to turn on Hulk Hogan before he goes to WCW. You know what I mean? That Yokozuna era.
Yeah.
And that is also like further accentuated by the fact that he pulled out the real world title belt on Collision and spray painted it with an X, bro. I tell you, that was a great storyline development. I was like, oh yeah, shit, finally starting to get real. They're gonna address this issue finally. Yeah. So
they did it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
It was very NWO style, but in the CM Punk vibe. Also, it's fun. I think a lot of people pointed out he literally X'd out the E, which stands for elite.
I love it when fans go crazy and like, oh, you disrespect the
overthink.
Elite, blah, blah, blah.
But doesn't it also look like the NXT title with a big ass X in the middle?
It does. It
So
does.
it's kind of like almost a shot at NXT also that were doing their pay-per-view on that
Yeah.
day, right? So
Yeah, and
I
yeah,
love that
sorry.
promo. I love that now you have quote unquote an illegitimate title. Even on the graphic it says for the real world title. It's called the real world title. I'm like, okay, two
I like
separate
it.
belts, yeah.
And they have kind of acknowledged that they want to kind of create like a title belt that is exclusive to Collision. They are really going down the Raw versus SmackDown brand split in
Yeah.
a way.
No, this feels more of a brand split than, and I wonder if this was the whole, maybe this was the biggest work of them all, right? Okay, like, I don't think
Yeah.
it is, but it does. Okay, in this case, it actually works for them in that it does feel like a brand split. Like there's true animosity between the two brands.
Did you see his T-shirt as well? He said like,
Colli-
"I'm a Collision guy" at the back.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I think he's like kind of championing this. Like,
Mm.
okay, if you're gonna go on Collision, we're gonna be completely different.
Yeah.
And he's very smart. He's
Mm.
not making it just about himself because right after that he got interrupted by Ricky Starks, right?
Yes, Ricky Starks is such a star in the making. My God.
He is, and I love. Okay, of course, you know about his comparison with The Rock and all that.
Yeah.
But I just love how he is so fearless in just going on the mic with CM Punk.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He just went up to his face, talk about how he deserves it, how he won the Owen Hart Foundation. So I believe, right, bro?
Yeah.
If every single young wrestler in AEW got the kind of booking that Ricky Starks has been getting the last 3 weeks in Collision, I think everyone will be over right now. I think Jungle Boy will be over right now.
Okay,
bro.
no, Jungle, stop it. Jungle Boy will never be over. His promos are just dog shit.
He is like, but you see, bro, CM Punk wants Darby Allin on Collision. He wants to feature Ricky Starks on Collision. You see, the people that we all know like got potential, will listen to people are all getting featured on this show.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so no, it's a fun time, right? And who's supposed to be babyface? I guess it's really that they're towing that line of like, Punk is going to turn heel, Starks is kind of in between, but because Starks is still kind of heelish. But see, we can't have him go completely face because that makes him lose his edge, right?
Yeah, I agree. And the thing about this so-called match, right? They're straight away booking it for this weekend Collision.
Yeah.
And isn't this weekend's Collision kind of going head to head with SummerSlam?
Oh yeah,
Right,
right. Yes.
It's not exactly on the same day because I believe SummerSlam this time around is on a Sunday. But I feel like it's almost as if AEW is like pulling their trigger early on a Ricky Starks and CM Punk feud. Instead of waiting to all in, I think they're gonna clear it now so that they can kind of like move on to what we really all want to see, which is MJF, CM Punk. Right,
the real title unification.
It's got to eventually happen because I feel like they are buying time so that whatever happened and went down between MJF and Adam Cole can kind of be resolved or tied up at least within these next few weeks so that they can move on to
So what do you think the main event for Wembley will be? Will it be Adam Cole versus MJF, which seems to be the inevitable conclusion, or will it be the title unification match?
So, I actually wrote an article on this, Mr. Young. So it's another cheap plug for Sports.
Let's go. Yeah.
5 potential opponents for CM Punk and All In to challenge for his real world title.
Right.
I gave 2 scenarios with regards to CM Punk and MJF. And I think both, if either happens, I'll be really, really happy. And I think it makes a lot of sense logically, right? Of course, they gotta talk about CM Punk and MJF at least one more time.
Yep.
Because both of them happen to have the title. So that's the elephant in the room. So that's most likely that might happen if, say, CM Punk retains the title against Starks, MJF with the blessing of Adam Cole. Because if you can tell at the conclusion of Collision, they didn't turn on each other. So they're gonna drag this out, right? So with Adam Cole in his corner, he challenges CM Punk. Wouldn't that make CM Punk almost like a de facto heel? Everyone loves babyface MJF and Adam Cole.
Yeah. Sure.
So that's scenario 1. Scenario 2, which is what I want, because I think it's gonna be more dramatic. Triple threat, bro. What do you think?
Adam Cole, CM Punk, and MJF.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
What? And Adam Cole pins MJF for the title?
The reason why I was kind of campaigning for a triple threat because I feel like Adam Cole can be the unknown quantity in that match. Everyone's gonna be intrigued to see what he does. Like, is he gonna challenge for the title? Is he gonna defend his friend? Is he gonna turn heel on CM Punk? There's so many permutations.
And also, he can be the one that takes the pin, so CM Punk or MJF doesn't look bad.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I feel like if they really wanna, I think they will sell out the audience for sure. Like,
Okay. Hey, Muhammad Gaddafi says, I got tickets, but no
Hey.
matches have been announced. Bro, you're going to Wembley, ah?
bro, legit bro.
You can be our roving reporter live from Wembley.
Hey, Gaddafi, if you're there, right, we go interview you directly there lah. You go take a vlog, then after that be like, hey, what's up? Live from London.
That's
Wembley
right.
Stadium is Gaddafi for Kita guy. Oh,
Okay,
we
so
can set something up, bro. Let's do it.
yeah, let's wrap up Collision right now. Like I said, a lot of things to look forward to on AEW's side, especially on Saturdays, Sundays for us, right? It just sucks that MJF and Adam Cole will be going back to Dynamite. It was just a one-off. It feels like it. So almost like a tease. You notice that MJF and CM Punk didn't really have any interaction on the show as well. So you know that they were purposely, letting them be their own thing, which is great. I think that's a good move.
Correct. We are excited to see what happens for the fallout of Collision. But bro, this Wednesday is a 200th episode of Dynamite, bro. Are you excited for it?
Absolutely not. Like I saw the graphic and then there was like triple threat match or whatever they call it, triple threat matches. John Moxley versus who? Trent versus somebody else. Like what is that? Why is that a match on their 200th episode? Somebody
exhibition match, bro. Exhibition.
Shouldn't your 200th episode be like bangers?
Bro, isn't it funny that they decided to book this tag team title match, FTR versus Better Than You Baby, on Collision instead of their 200 episode?
No. I think CM Punk refuses to show up on Dynamite. Okay, here we go. Anything goes, bro. Anything goes. Triple threat. Moxley versus Trent versus Penta, Cero Mero guy. Like,
why?
I know. See, no, this is legit a match that they're promoting on their Instagram. I'm like, I saw this. I saw the graphic. I was like, why is that a match on their 200th episode? Who gives a shit?
Okay, I know why. It's a stupid reason because last week their main event was a triple threat tag team match between the Best Friends, Lucha Bros, and the BCC. So that was actually the main event. It came out of nowhere, no link. I don't understand also.
Again,
and I think this is like a follow-up from that match.
Yeah, again, it's Tony Khan catering to his friends because nobody cares about the Best Friends. They are a lower mid-card group at best. Versus Lucha Bros, who Death Triangle, whatever you want to call them. Look, they've been featured highly, but let's face it, they are mid-card at best. And we all know John Moxley has been nonsense recently. Just very quick preview, okay? Tony Storm, Hikaru Shida. I've really enjoyed Tony Storm's sort of heel promos. They're very strong. Hikaru feels not relevant.
I can see the match itself being great because those are the two that like legit are talented in the ring. Again, Hikaru Shida, do you remember they were teasing her to do a heel turn?
Yes, that's right. But barely. Nothing happened. They dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Jack Perry face-to-face with Jerry Lynn. Why? Because the FTW title, is it?
Yeah. So last week, I'm pretty sure you didn't catch Dynamite, and I also didn't as well. But Jungle Boy, he went and did a kind of promo calling out the FTW title and calling out all the ECW wrestlers. So, bro, I tell you, they're gonna week by week because he's gonna have a rivalry with Tess, right? Gonna bring back all the ECW guys. You'll probably see Sabu again, bro.
He'll beat up Sabu, Jerry Lynn, friggin' Taz, and then
RVD maybe.
Bro, Chris Jericho, bro.
Oh yeah,
don't forget. MJF will be there. Let's see. Oh boy, Kenny Omega and the Bucks versus Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, and Satnam Singh.
Why?
This is your 200th episode, bro. Okay, and then you got Chris Jericho and Takeshita versus Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia. This is the whole will they break up the JAS storyline.
Okay. I gotta admit a guilty pleasure, bro. Very guilty. I'm even too ashamed to admit it, but this is a safe space for wrestling fans, and I should admit it.
What is it?
I'm kind of enjoying Daniel Garcia's dance, bro.
Hey, you do you, bro. You do you. Okay, there's also a ROH World Tag Team Championship, Aussie Open versus El Hijo del Vikingo versus and Commander. Like, who cares? Like, really, this is the best they could come up. Yeah, I'm not watching Dynamite. I
Don't worry, I will do the hard task. I will watch it for you.
Go ahead. I haven't watched Great American Bash. Unfortunately, haven't had the time. I hear it's not bad. Like NXT has
yeah.
been on fire recently.
Yeah, I've heard it as well. I heard that they had a banger main event between Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov. Ilya Dragunov is so underappreciated, and like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, he's like the rabbit Wolverine of this generation, man. So
Yeah. Okay, so let's very quickly move on because we have lots to get to. Because
Yes.
now it's time for the main event. SummerSlam is this upcoming weekend. So, yeah, this is a big one. Like, literally, as I was looking at the match card, I was like, wow, they've put themselves in a spot where almost 90%, like, okay, not every match, but 90% of the matches are matches I want to see.
nice. Okay.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
Did they? I don't know what it's on the sheet here, but I have no idea how this got set up. Maybe they announced it today. But the SummerSlam Battle Royale, what is this about?
Okay, so this is I would say they call it LA Knight's Constellation Prize, bro. LA Knight's Constellation Prize. So if you've been watching SmackDown, and for those of you who were DMing me asking me about are you guys gonna review Great American Bash, I'm sorry guys, we haven't watched it. We'll
Yep.
probably mention it on the next podcast, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, back to that. For I think when LA Knight lost the opportunity for the US title, I think everyone was like super pissed off.
Yes.
And people got even more pissed off because Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar ended in 5 minutes because Rey got legitimately injured. You know about that? Yeah. So essentially, if they had made LA Knight the winner, right, we would have completely avoided this whole situation. So that's on them.
Yeah.
But I feel it's almost as if they can't ignore the fans anymore.
No.
I believe, right, they created this SummerSlam Battle Royal is like as a way to highlight the wrestlers, and the first person that went up to Adam Pearce and say, I want in, is LA Knight.
Yeah.
So, of course, I believe he's the one that's gonna come out with the W because it's just the facts of life, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I hope he doesn't win. I hope that I am very certain they know what they're doing, and they are purposely cork teasing us over and over again until we get to, bro. In Levesque, I trust. Okay, Rumble, bro. Rumble. He's gonna be when he finally wins at the Rumble. The place will erupt like a Taylor Swift concert.
Oh dear God, bro. I didn't know you were a fan of heavy petting, bro. I didn't know you were a fan. Because you only like the tease. You don't want the actual action, bro. Come on, bro. LA Knight.
Bro, I'm saying that if you tease long enough, the longer you tease, the bigger the action will be at the end. It will be like a volcano erupting at the Rumble, and that's got to be his moment. Yeah. And
Or it could be a premature, bro. It could be a premature, discharge.
No, that's why I say
booking.
if he wins now, that would be premature, but not if he wins at the Royal Rumble. In Levesque, we trust. Okay,
Fine. I think you can last longer than me. That's why. Maybe that's why. Let's do it. Let's move on.
Let's move on. Okay, so the one match that I'm kind of like meh about, but it's interesting. They've made this a mixed martial arts rules match, MMA rules match. They're going to work in the MMA match. Okay. Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler.
I love the match. I love the concept. I love the fact that both of them are together.
Yep.
WWE is not doing a great job promoting this match.
Why? Of all, yeah, exactly, right? You know that their production team is world class. They can be creating video packages, and maybe they will for this weekend, SmackDown, right? But they should be doing like MMA style packages, Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler.
They should be at separate training camps, training for the match, and people are interviewing them on their training camps. You know what I mean?
Make it just like how they did Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, remember? Those packages? But maybe they don't have time because now we are literally a week away from this match, and this match just kind of,
Do you foresee this being a one-off, Shayna getting the W and like Ronda walking off into the sunset, or are they going to extend this for a few more pay-per-views?
I don't know, man. Like, the fact that they made it a mixed martial arts rules match honestly tells me that Ronda should win. Because at the end of the day, it's still Ronda, right? And then maybe she wins, but it is like by fluke or, she got caught, and it lets them do a trilogy. And finally, Ronda does the honors and lays down for Shayna in a wrestling match.
I agree. I feel like it's too early. Okay, so for example, if they're gonna have this one and done match and then Ronda leave, is completely gonna be underwhelming. I don't think it really puts over Shayna.
Nope.
But if they extend the feud, and Shayna gets the victory somewhere down the line, maybe Survivor Series or what, then I think that's a great way for Ronda to walk out, on her back lah.
But do you think that Ronda is just bored of it and she just wants to go back to do whatever she's doing, and she's more than happy to put Shayna Baszler over by laying down, even in an MMA match. Actually, I feel like maybe that's going to happen. You know,
No, no,
no, I'm not talking from my quote unquote booking sensibility. Now I'm talking about like I think she just wants to go away for a bit.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, when you hand in your resignation letter, you don't care whether you have 1 month left to clear leave or what.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw all my work. I don't care really, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is Shayna is like her closest friend or one of her best friends. I don't think she will do her dirty as well.
That's why she'll lay down for her lah. That's why she'll lose and give Shayna the baddest woman on the planet rub, because that was Ronda for the longest time, right? So I don't know.
I mean, you know what? Maybe they should have promoted it like that. Like this match should have been for the title. Who will be the new baddest woman on the planet?
Yeah.
It can be like who will be the next tribal chief, right?
Yeah. No, at the end of the day, it's the weakest build out of the lot. And
I agree.
Which is sad because this could be so much more, right? But you're right, guys in chat. It doesn't help that Ronda Rousey has zero charisma. Shayna is not that much better, unfortunately. She works best as a silent assassin. Just go in, wreck people, and leave, right? And what she did in NXT lah.
That's true. I mean, Gaddafi also agrees with the fact that they should drag it out to a trilogy, probably a no DQ.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a referee stop. What's the thing that is a draw in like MMA? Is it like a TKO? No, like a.
It's not a draw. What do you mean?
Split, like a split decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could.
They could do that.
Yeah, like Shayna hung in there, blah blah. Then how could you justify the next match being a regular wrestling match?
More like they didn't have a decisive victory so that they can kind of extend the feud, right? But also Irvin said like how they should get Bruce Buffer in the ring. I mean, why not go all the way with the MMA presentation, bro?
Sure. Special guest commentator Joe Rogan.
Hey, which brings me to this thought, like, what's the situation on their TKO, like their whole merger between UFC and WWE? Is it happening around SummerSlam period?
What do you mean? They already merged, right? I mean, technically they didn't merge. It's just the company owns both entities now. They still, I don't think they will ever sort of, make them cross over unless...
No cross promotion there. I mean, if they want to officially bring in some elements or what, this will be the perfect opportunity to do so.
No, I don't think so, because if they do that, it lowers the legitimacy of the UFC.
I see.
If they ever try to go and work MMA matches, then people will watch UFC and go, is this work just like WWE because they're the same company, ma? So this is a very precarious line that they shouldn't cross ever. Like they should just be two different entertainment entities, and never should they cross unless you're just doing literally just guest promo. That's it. Like Hulk Hogan showing up on the UFC or Conor McGregor showing up at the WWE, but don't actually have them work fights because it reduces the legitimacy of your fighters in the UFC. Ronda is a different story because she already retired from MMA. She's gone from that world, so she's more of a wrestler now.
I completely agree, and I'm not saying that they should work a shoot or maybe even a work match and then pretend it to be a MMA fight. What I'm saying is since they're already technically under the same umbrella, why can't they use the UFC elements or UFC footage to promote the match, or even have elements of having a UFC commentator or a Bruce Buffer in that sense. So kind of lending credence to this match being a MMA rules match.
Bro, you can't have Joe Rogan calling this because he is very he is very opinionated and he is very observant. He'll be like, that choke doesn't look real at all.
He'll be like, why you armbar then you go bend this way? Why never bend the other way?
Because, this is quote unquote, this is a work. We all know this. But anyway, let's move on from that match, shall we? Yep. To a match that I think is going to be a banger, even though Sheamus is not in it. But we're talking about Gunther versus Drew McIntyre for the Intercontinental Championship.
I mean, bro, Gunther and Drew is just... this is the meat segment of the night, bro.
I love me some meat slapping, and this is going to be the meat I'm slapping my own meat right now. That sounds so wrong.
Somebody please clip that image and video.
Look, there's not much to talk about. On paper, this match writes itself. Two badass, hard-hitting guys just beating the shit out of each other. Gunther retains.
Yeah, indeed. He needs to get that honky tonk man record, right? Shouldn't he?
Yeah.
Right.
But where does that leave Drew?
I believe it leads Drew to a heel turn. a long overdue heel turn, bro.
Okay.
Don't you think?
Mm.
Hear me out. Drew McIntyre turns heel after this Seth Rollins' next challenger.
Ooh, I like where your head is at. Yes. Let's
Because
go.
I feel like for the longest time, yes, Drew was that great baby face, helped us through the pandemic, blah blah blah. And now Seth Rollins has taken that role, right?
Yep.
I feel it doesn't make sense to keep Drew as a number 2 baby face,
Yep.
right? Yeah. So and like you got Gunther on Raw. Gunther is gonna be holding the title for a little while more in the IC, realm. Why not elevate Drew McIntyre? And I feel like after Finn Balor and Seth Rollins is done, there's gonna be a new challenger, like a new spot there that opens up.
I like the way you think. I know this has been hanging over the champions, but they have, teased that the Money in the Bank can be used for the IC title as well as the World Championship. So does it make any sense for Priest to show up here?
I love it. They got the Priest element as well, huh? I don't know, man. I feel like Priest might just want that world title and might. I mean, we will talk about the Finn Balor situation, but like, I love that intrigue of whether he will turn on Finn or whether that will lead to some dissension there. Hey, what's up, Edison? Edison, no worries. It's okay, bro. Late is never mind as long as you come. It's all good.
What?
Wait, what?
You can always go back and listen to the podcast on Spotify or rewind later. But yeah, no, that's a good point. And here's the thing though, like they kind of made it a thing to constantly bring up the fact that the Money in the Bank winner could use it for a secondary quote unquote secondary title, right? So I don't know. Maybe it's a red herring. Maybe it's to throw us off. Maybe it's to set up Asuka. No, not Asuka. Maybe it's to set up Io and Bailey. Wait, did Bailey get injured?
No, Bailey's not the one that got injured. I think
Dakota Kai, I know is injured.
Dakota Kai got injured, yeah. No, because when you mentioned Asuka, I was like, wait, what? Damian Priest gonna challenge Asuka for the title?
No. My point is they could very well make a storyline where Bailey psychos Io Shirai into going for the tag titles.
Oh, because he can challenge for any title.
So I wonder if that was, but they are not on the card, so we won't jump into that. Okay, shall we move on to the next one?
Yes, we shall.
This fella, right? Who'd have thought that suddenly in 2023 he would be part of a high-profile social media relevant match, right? Like, I mean, obviously they love Ricochet. Back in NXT he was highlighted all the time, and then now here he is with Logan Paul in a singles match. I mean, what?
You know who I thank?
Who?
I thank Logan Paul.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
This is definitely Logan Paul's his call.
Yep.
It's probably his personal request. Like, hey, I want to work with that guy because he's as talented and as athletic as me. I want to prove that I'm as athletic as him.
Yeah.
If it was just normal WWE booking, it was just Vince McMahon, this wouldn't even happen. It would be like Logan Paul versus
Seth Rollins again.
Probably for the 5th time, probably.
You have to give it to Logan because he definitely has a lot of negotiating to do here, right? Like he's already gone up against Brock. He's literally fought all the big name main eventers. So yeah, it doesn't make sense for him to go and face off against Santos Escobar or he doesn't make sense for him to beat up jobbers. And you could argue that Ricochet hasn't been portrayed as a main event guy, but it's just that whole like anything you can do, I can do. It's the perfect sort of mix when it comes to personalities. Like we all know Ricochet is a highlight reel, but then here you come Logan Paul, this cocky mofo who's like, I'm a bigger highlight reel than you. They are, we are gonna expect them to try to out highlight reel each other, and that in itself is the draw. So how smart is he for him to realize this and handpick Ricochet?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's exactly what he said on his podcast as well, on Impulsive. Right? He said,
is it?
Yeah, he said like he told Triple H, like Triple H asked him, who do you want to be his next 2 opponents? He literally said on his podcast to Seth Rollins in the room, I wanted either Ricochet or LA Knight. So he knows who is reacting well opposite him. He knows where the money is because people want to see, especially after the interaction he had with LA Knight in Money in the Bank. They were like, let's see that. And but I think Ricochet, it's almost as if he's like, I want to put over this guy because he's on the same level as me in terms of athleticism. But what if I can bring him up to a level where he's almost as relevant as me? I think that's a challenge for him in this match.
Wait, for who? Logan or Ricochet?
For Logan, I mean, Logan's challenge is, I want to bring eyes to WWE product, right? Which he has done tenfold.
Yeah.
But now it's almost as if he's on this other level where I want to use my celebrity stardom and now my apparently awesome wrestling skills to put over some of the more deserving talents in WWE that hasn't been highlighted well.
Right, and the guy being Ricochet. Okay, I don't know if he's that altruistic, to be honest. He's a businessman. And he knows that, like I said, they've already done all the big marquee matches. So what's next? Quote unquote, an attraction match. Let's call it that. An attraction match, right?
Create a viral moment.
Yes.
Create a viral moment.
So I'm super looking forward to this. I hope they don't injure themselves doing whatever crazy shit that they're going. Remember that Spanish fly off the top rope onto the table? That was like inches away from a terrible moment. Yeah. But I hope that they put on a hell of an exhibition of athleticism.
Yeah, bro. I mean, bro, I completely forgot. I know we are talking about SummerSlam, but I feel like I should at least mention this one thing that happened on Collision, which we completely gloss over, bro.
What?
So, bro, the banger ladder match between Buddy Matthews and Andrade. We're talking about like high flying stuff and like done right? Bro. I just wanna say, bro, like there's people who do ladder matches and it all feels hokey.
Yeah.
And there's people who actually do a ladder match and it feels like, holy shit, the most violent thing I've ever seen.
Imagine that, bro. Imagine these two talents that had been languishing on Dynamite for the longest time. Just shoved into the background of just rubbish matches and spot fests.
Yeah. Bro, somebody put on the comment section, right? I laugh my ass off, bro.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho wishes his Judas elbow looked as freaking violent as Andrade's elbow. You know his kick fake into the elbow?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, those two, I could watch them go at it. Anyway, let's come back to SummerSlam. I know.
Yeah. I just wanted to mention it in comparison to what I believe if Logan Paul and Ricochet wants to outdo them, that is the standard I think they should go for. If they can do anything to the level of what Buddy and Andrade did, or more.
I don't think they can, because I'll tell you why. Buddy and Andrade are way snugger wrestlers.
Snug wrestlers.
Their strikes look very snug. I don't think Ricochet and Logan Paul will go that snug. They are more like athleticism style where they will jump and do fancy flips.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree.
Yep.
Maybe what we saw with Buddy and Andrade was more like Triple H and The Rock for the ladder match, right?
Yeah.
But what we want to see with Logan and Ricochet is essentially like two luchadors, but done right.
Yeah. Well, okay, yeah, not lucha. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say. It's like Ray versus Eddie. Sort of style. Yeah. Okay, let's move on then. And I wonder how this will play out. So, okay. Actually, I don't wonder. I know what will be the main event. Looking at the rest of this. I don't know why the order here is Tombalik. But let's talk about Asuka versus Charlotte Flair versus Bianca Belair. Triple threat for the Women's Championship.
Yeah, it's so interesting because all of a sudden, the SmackDown Women's title scene is like freaking stacked.
Yeah.
Stacked AF, bro.
Yeah. And meanwhile, the Raw Women's title scene is just like Rhea holding on to the title, hanging out with Dom. That's it. Like, okay lah, give her a bit of a break. The spotlight is on Dom right now, but anytime she could come in and just wreck house, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're all waiting for that Rhea and Raquel Rodriguez match, right?
Sure.
But like going back to Bianca, Charlotte, I didn't understand because WWE loves to do this trope where they're gonna put two contenders teaming up and like defeating the tag team champion, which is like, okay, poor Chelsea Green, poor Sonya Deville. So and it's so weird because I feel like going to the SummerSlam match, of course Asuka is not the highlighted one, even though she's the champion. Of course, they got to talk about Charlotte, they got to talk about Bianca. I feel it's such a shame because, in my opinion, like Asuka deserves a run where the title, everything revolves around her, not on two people having their own issues, and then just so happen, Asuka is the champion as well, right?
Right. Yeah, and it's weird, right? Like, isn't the case of this being like Charlotte and Bianca are both the faces? And technically, the storyline is revolving around them. Charlotte stepping in front of the line, even though Bianca deserves the title shot. And Asuka is like the de facto heel, which makes it a little bit like bleh,
Yeah. You know what? If they really want to follow the flow of the storyline, they should have a number one contenders match between Bianca and Charlotte at SummerSlam, and then they can challenge after that. I would rather have Io Sky without cashing in her title, just having a one-on-one match with Asuka because I love their interactions, bro.
Well, speaking of that, do you think Io Sky could show up here?
I mean, Io Sky showing up would be incredibly opportunistic of her, especially like imagine if Bianca and Charlotte cancel each other out,
Yeah.
and then you got Asuka on the ground,
Yeah.
and then she take advantage of the situation, right?
And then she
Oh.
runs out. But I don't know, man. Like, I have a very weird feeling that Bailey will somehow cost Io Sky for whatever reason. Like, she'll be the reason
Yeah.
that Io doesn't cash in right.
Yeah, I think Bailey is owed like a heel turn. You know what you call a heel turn? She's
What?
already heel. She turns even more heel, bro.
By screwing over Io, her friend.
Yeah, it's like what Kevin Owens did with Chris Jericho, a few years
right.
festival of friendship.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so who do you think is the champion after this?
Since I can't decide between Bianca and Charlotte, I would still say Asuka retains.
Okay. You know what? I would agree with that, actually, because I still feel like Bianca has a bit of ways to go before, she regains that sort of like that chasing babyface vibe.
I
Charlotte
agree.
is Charlotte lah. Like Charlotte is one of those, and we need to respect that and appreciate that. Anytime she's inserted into a feud, it raises the level of the feud. But at the same time, we've seen her here so many times. It's like, okay lah, then what's new if she's champion? Like it feels like a bit of a again.
I wish we could see Charlotte and Rhea fight each other forever, because like every time like that match at WrestleMania was amazing. That felt like Buddy versus Andrade, and it makes sense because Andrade and Charlotte are together, right? But
Oh yeah, you're right, huh?
bro, Rhea
And
Andrade
Buddy.
and Buddy.
Excuse me.
Oh,
You mean Dom?
no. Okay, Dom. I'm sorry, guys. Dom.
Right.
Keep it in the kayfabe. But you think about it, right? The way they were fighting and hitting each other, I think they're influenced by the partners.
I think so. So anyway, yeah, hopefully we'll see that match, but we shouldn't see it too often because we know it is a banger of a match. So give it to us when it counts. Okay, let's move on. Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar.
Yes, the feud that no one understands why it happened, but it's happening.
Yeah, is it played out at this point?
I think just almost
A little
there.
bit,
We are almost done. I don't know whether Cody like needing a decisive victory will lead to him going back for the title, because I feel like after he gets over Brock, and let's all be honest here, like he needs to beat Brock, right? Because this whole feud will be a waste of time, right?
Yep.
But after that, right, it doesn't make sense for him to go for the world title straight away, because it's like we gotta finish the story at a big pay-per-view, which is WrestleMania.
Yep.
So my question is, after this match, where does Cody go?
Side quest lah, bro. Side quest.
More side quests?
Yeah, more side quests. Have him have interaction. It's possible, bro. It's possible. Okay, this is my ideal prediction, right? We get to the Rumble. Your final four will include Cody and LA Knight. And everyone assumes it's going to be Cody, he's going to finish the story. But no, it is LA Knight. Yeah, it's time.
What?
So he
LA
wins.
Knight
And
win
then
the
Cody, LA Knight, I've said this so many times, LA Knight wins the Rumble, leading to the giant release and eruption. And then Cody goes to Elimination Chamber.
Okay. So are you telling me that LA Knight challenges like Seth Rollins for the title?
Yeah.
A different title? Okay,
A different title, yeah. And Irvin brings up a very good point. You talked about Drew McIntyre turning heel, right? Drew versus Cody, a match we haven't seen, fresh.
And a match that, if you are a British independent fan, they've actually had this match on the Independence, and it was a banger.
Okay, well, there you go.
It was
I
a
did
banger.
not know that.
That's a great idea, bro.
And because let's face it, Seth Rollins is still going to be busy because he has the Judgment Day, even though we all know that he's going to beat Finn. And I suppose we can talk about that as well. Anything else you want to add to Cody versus Brock?
No, I mean, Rishi was saying like, you got 6 to 8 months of side quests. All the best.
Can, bro, can. So, okay.
Wait. Last quick question. This match, right? Is it a singles match? Is there any stipulation involved?
No. So far, it's just singles match. Cody versus Brock. Remember the way Cody won was like a little reversal thing, right? In the first one. So how do we have Cody win without taking away Brock's dominance? That air of the beast lah.
So my surprise is that they didn't announce any stipulation. And I don't know, I haven't watched Raw this morning. So whether there has been any development there, but I assume it's still going to be a singles match.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a singles match kind of maybe gives him an opportunity to have a definitive victory over Brock.
Yep.
But how do you, like you said, keep his aura, right?
how do you pull it off? Or is Brock at that point where he can just lose and then disappear for half a year and be fine, be okay? Because it's Brock, right? It's like Cena coming back, losing, and then he can come back and he's still Cena. So,
yeah, I think maybe that's what it is, right? Because isn't that what Drew McIntyre did to beat Brock for the world title?
Yeah, but we forget that he actually already lost, right? So
yeah,
I think,
because you're like, Brock is always gonna be unbeatable or you can't kill him lah. It's his momentum, right?
And as long as you don't make it a thing where he shows up every single week and then he's losing left, right, and center, like Chris Jericho losing to Action Andretti, like it has to, you know what I mean? It has to mean something, right? So have Brock lose to Cody, but it's gonna be a freaking banger, hard hitting, like back and forth.
I don't
by
mind
the skin
even
of his teeth.
I don't mind even if it's like a bloodbath between the two. I mean, this scenario, it makes sense. You want a bloodbaff, John Moxley, this is the right time to do it, really beat him 3 Cody Carter, do the crossroads, whatever you need to do to put him down for like 3 seconds. Why not?
There you go. Let's move on from there. We're talking about the other championship, the World Heavyweight Championship now. Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. And I mean, we all love Finn, but no lah, I don't think so.
I mean, I want him to win, but poor guy, bro. 6 years he's been waiting. He's been jealous of
what
Seth
are you talking
Rollins.
about? He got the title for one day.
Bro, one day, bro, I've had flings longer than one day, bro. Come on, this is terrible, bro. Poor Finn Balor has not been over this one day title reign. I think he deserves. Give him at least a month title reign, like at least 2 days lah. Like remember the Miz a few years ago? He got like a charity case win, like he held a title for 2 days.
Well, that's because he had the Money in the Bank. So okay, let's say it plays out that Finn wins. He has to cheat because he's a dastardly heel, right? And maybe Damian Priest helps him win. Maybe Finn Balor becomes champion. And then Finn looks at Priest. Priest looks at Finn, like.
Are you gonna do something about it?
So do we have a few weeks of story there if that is how it plays out? And then Seth, in the next few weeks he'll be cho-choing like, hey, he's gonna come and cash in on you, and that's the demise of the Judgment Day.
I feel. Hear me out, bro. This is how I want to lay it out because I think it leads to what you're trying to say here, right? Imagine, this match was like, it's like really in the precipice, very well balanced. And then Damian Priest comes out and Damian Priest is like, okay, you know what? I'm ready. I'm gonna betray my guy, right?
Yeah.
And then, he hasn't cashed in yet. He's just standing to the apron. Maybe the referee's down. He got the briefcase up.
Yeah.
And then now you got slowly Seth Rollins, Finn Balor coming up to their feet. And then the crowd is like, oh, who is he gonna turn on? Who's gonna hit? Okay, imagine, bro, if they can pull this off, this is cinema, bro. This is raw cinema.
Let's go.
The audience looks, what's gonna happen? You got Finn Balor right in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
You got Seth Rollins on the other side just standing up. Yep. And then you got at the far corner is Damian Priest. He looks at his briefcase.
Yeah.
He looks at Finn Balor. He goes for Finn Balor. He's swinging the briefcase at Finn Balor. Finn Balor looks, last minute turns around, saw it, ducks.
Oh.
And he misses and hits Seth Rollins. And then Finn Balor's like, holy shit, you tried to fuck me up. Yeah. But then he saw that Seth Rollins is down. He decided not to he decided to take advantage, do the coup de grace, blah, blah, blah. He wins the title.
Right.
And then basically, holy shit, Damian Priest kind of showed his hand like, he was going to turn on Finn Balor. Yeah. So Finn Balor wins the title, but then everyone's like, oh, damn, Damian Priest was trying to turn on Finn Balor. So then they can go and feud, or they can kind of have the dissolution of the Judgment Day, while you kind of protect Seth Rollins. Because Seth Rollins like, I got hit by
he was screwed.
I
like that, but I also like the idea where you don't know who he was going for. Instead of like him going directly for Finn Balor, I think it should be a case of they're both standing next to each other. And then you don't, like, he sort of looks at the briefcase, looks at Finn, looks at Seth. Who is he going to hit? And then he hits Seth.
Yeah, okay, okay.
I would go more for that so that, the next few weeks you can have the side glances. You can have Damian Priest look at Finn, the champion, sideways. You can like, when?
Bro, you love the cock tease, huh?
I do. I love the tickling of the taint. We're tickling the taint here.
Oh dear God. Oh dear God.
So this is like in that spot, right? That's why this match is actually very intriguing as well. How will this play out with Damian Priest? Because let's face it, like if it's just Seth versus Finn without Damian Priest, without Money in the Bank, it feels a bit like, oh, okay lah, it'll be a banger of a match, sure. But
I agree.
you know, the storyline wise is kind of blah. But talking about storyline, talking about cinema, let's jump into the main event. A main event that for so many weeks, I was like, cannot lah, bro, cannot lah. How can it be? Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso, of all people, headlining SummerSlam. Don't be mad, bro. And here we are. I have to eat my words, right?
Man, I should have been a betting man, bro. I mean, gotten some bucks there, bro.
Okay. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso, undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Tribal combat.
I saw the memes.
Tribal combat.
I love it. And then all the zooms to everybody.
like a Mortal Kombat, right? I freaking love the tribal combat shit. Okay, so it's like we talked about it already last week. How just the presentation of it has to be super like traditional. You got the elders there. They have to pull out all the stops. It's SummerSlam, right?
Bro, I do not know. I know it's like one last SmackDown before the event.
Yeah.
Please bring back Rikishi.
Yes.
Please, Rikishi needs to appear on this SmackDown. It's like, oh, I'm gonna referee the match or I'm gonna be in the corner or whatever, lah, bro.
Yeah.
Please.
I saw a rumor where The Rock was supposed to show up to interact with Grayson Waller. I'm like, did you see this rumor?
I saw.
That's just about the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Why would they bring The Rock in to interact with Jason Waller when you have Roman as like right there? Is right there. Like, you know, how let down will everybody be if Rock really showed up just for Jason Waller?
No, if Rock is gonna show up, okay, I know we're skipping to the end of the match.
Yeah.
The Rock is gonna show up. The Rock has to show up after
Yes.
somehow Roman Reigns somehow survives with the title and everyone's like, boo, boo. Then, if you smell.
Yeah, no, exactly. They would not waste a Rock return as much as I know everyone's there is very high on Jason Waller, rightfully
Jason
so.
Waller.
But no, that is just dumb, right? So yeah, if Rock were to be there, it has to be at the end of this match. So we got Roman Reigns, Jey Uso. This is all story. This is all cinema. I could give two shits about how well they wrestled this match. They just need to act it out for all I care, right? You know what I mean?
They need to Godfather it out, bro. They need to have the hugs,
Yeah.
the crying,
Yeah.
before the super kick, everything, bro.
Like literally, I give zero shits about whether they, can do a technical match. It's not going to be a bad match. They're both competent wrestlers. But let's face it, right? This is not a match where you give a shit about the technicalities. This is about how they play this story out.
Well, if you look at SummerSlam as a whole, right, bro? You talk about a buffet for a wrestling fan. You want your highly athletic flippy shit, you can go watch Logan Paul and Ricochet.
Yeah.
You want your bangers slapping meat, you can watch Gunther, Drew McIntyre, right?
Yep.
And then now you want your WWE style of larger than life storytelling. You can watch this main event.
That's why, like, top to bottom, this card is probably one of the best cards of the entire year. And
that's a high bar, bro. That's a high bar, right?
And I'm actually a bit afraid because every time you set a bar so high, you can only disappoint, right?
Bro, but you gotta trust Papa H, bro, because he has come through with all the pay-per-views this year, bro. Ever since he's taken over, every single pay-per-view has delivered, don't you think so?
True. Rishi said he wrote for them the moveset already. 50 super kicks, 50 Superman punch, 3 times ref down, 1 Samoan spike. Oh, you gotta have the, what's his face, Paul Heyman running around.
Hey, Rishi, it's like you ordering your lunchtime like that, bro. I want 50 teh tarik, 50 prata.
But yeah, look, I just, you know what? I just kind of just want this match to play out. Like, we all kind of know that Roman is winning. He's going to remain tribal chief. It's really just like, will The Rock finally show up? Or somebody else? Like, nobody else is going to make any sense. Forget about all the other brothers, all the other relatives. It doesn't make sense for them to come because nobody, quote unquote, in the mainstream knows who they are.
Yeah. Bro, Backjump Mouse brought up a very interesting point on the chat, right? So the writer's strike is going on, right? Are the WWE writers affected?
Oh, I don't know.
Are they technically part of the WGA?
It is a television show, so maybe they are. But look, if they're on strike, you get Triple H to write, like you get Shawn Michaels to write, like it's okay, what?
Maybe, right, this is the one time, right, the WWE writers are happy that they are not treated like real writers.
Yeah.
They don't be part of the strike.
Sekali, the show has been so good because the writers have been on strike, and it's like true wrestling minds that have been booking this show recently. Can you imagine?
That would be the most hilarious shit ever. But if I'm not wrong, the writer's strike only covers scripted drama or like television shows. But I don't know whether technically WWE is like reality drama. I don't know.
Reality-based entertainment. Yeah. Haley says they are non-union, so maybe there you go. So they are still right. There goes my hope of them realizing actually maybe don't need to hire writers, just get wrestling minds.
Yeah, writers won't be unionized. Correct. Bro, the wrestlers got no new union. Why do you think the WWE writers got union?
True. See, Vince McMahon smart. He's like, we don't want you all to get together and ruin our product, you know? Can you imagine if they unionize and then they go on strike? Friggin' like Raw, like what are we watching? Bunch of indie wrestlers now because nobody wants to wrestle on Raw.
Bro.
Yeah.
I want to link this back to Singapore history, bro. Because I was randomly watching like YouTube videos on like, why is Singapore so successful? Don't ask me why. I was doing research for something. But then, right, do you know, right, bro? And this is a bit like a true statement, but you know, take for it what you will. I'm not gonna make any like inferences from it. Sure. But do you know that Lee Kuan Yew actually outlawed unions?
Yeah. No, 100%. This is part of our history.
Yes. So this is open fact, right?
Because they didn't want disruptions to occur, especially in a fledgling country that was still growing. Can you imagine? You know, like the infrastructure not built. Let's not forget, all of a sudden, kick to the politics.
Level up.
No, we went from like a third world country to first world country very fast. You know, say what you will, right? But a lot of these things and policies that were enacted were needed for us to grow so fast.
Correct. I mean, yes, it leads to a capitalist nature, right?
Yeah.
But where got time for, strikes and protests? Because we needed to like get our shit together and build shit, right?
Yeah, because we didn't have Malaysia's help. The British were not going to come and help us anymore. We were stuck on our own. It's like, okay, get your shit together and don't F around with me.
Yeah, don't waste time with all your politics, don't waste time, blah, blah. Just put everything aside, just focus on the productivity. So I was just kind of relating it back to pro wrestling, right? And you know how in WWE, like all the Americans were like, Vince McMahon doesn't want a union. Union will like stop, the productivity of the wrestlers, blah blah blah. And then we always heard for the argument for a union.
Yeah.
But then, right, the more I think about it, was Vince McMahon right all allowed to not have a new union so that they can keep delivering the kind of content and quality that they can?
I mean, the argument is that, it means that the WWE can set pay structure however they want and quote-unquote treat their stars poorly.
Yeah. Oh my God, bro. Go read what Sahu said.
Oh my God. I remember the union now. Tess, Ken Shamrock. Who else was in the union?
Oh dear God. They're part of the corporate ministry, is it? Like, is it part of the subsection or something?
I forgot, but oh my God, what a random reference.
Blast from the past, bro.
Yeah. Irving says LKO was a union guy last time and then he heel turn. True that as well. Look,
dear God.
I think, bro, it's time we level up. I think the lifestyle podcast that we've been talking about all this time, maybe it's time for kick to the face.
No, bro, we are like Joe Rogan, bro. We're gonna talk 3 hours for every single subject, right? And then just somebody go clip it for us.
Okay. We are putting out an open casting for interns to clip our show.
Yes. Ever since our dearly beloved Saleh has left us back to his school days, we are missing that gaping hole, bro, to fill in our post-media content.
Bro, don't talk to me about gaping holes, bro. That sounds very bad. Anyway, let's put a bow on SummerSlam and the podcast as well. So, main event, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso. Is there even a 1% chance that Jey wins here?
Maybe 1.5% lah. Let's give it to him.
1.5. Okay, so Roman Reigns wins, right? Close match, a lot of emotion, crying, cinema. Solo Sikoa probably tries to interfere, but Rikishi gets in the way. Some elders got to get in the way. So no, this must be true tribal combat. Blah 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 blah.
Bro, this is literally a Mortal Kombat final cutscene, bro. Like Shao Kahn sitting at the freaking stage, and then all the elder gods involved. Yeah,
bro. Can you imagine if they do 3 rounds? Round 1, fight,
bro. Can you imagine if Jey Uso come out wearing like a ninja mask, like covering
bro? And then when Roman Reigns finally wins, and then Paul Heyman gets on the mic, finish it.
Oh dear God, bro. Why? Okay, I tell you what, this match is brought to you by Mortal Kombat 1. Then they will see the promotion there. They will do all the ads.
Hey, just nice. Mortal Kombat 1 comes out in September, right? Okay, look. Will it be a letdown if The Rock doesn't show up? How else can they wrap this up? because Roman Reigns has to win. It makes no sense for Jey Uso to win. If Roman Reigns wins, it's a huge, like, oh my God, he won again. The big heel monster, wins again, right? The only way to pop the crowd at the end is for The Rock.
Bro, there's a precedent, bro, that this has happened before.
What?
Fast forward or rewind back 2 years ago, SummerSlam 2021, John Cena, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns defeats John Cena. Everyone's like, oh, damn, what a bummer. Then after that,
bro.
Brock Lesnar returned out of nowhere, right?
Yeah. So who is that person? Is it going to be Rock? That's the big question. That has been the big question looming for how many years already, actually, if you think about it. Every time Roman Reigns has had that like top tier, match, there's always been who is going to come and challenge, who is even going to be at the level. Because let's face it, anybody on the roster show up at the end, it's not going to mean shit. It's not going to give that impact.
Bro, I feel like, Roman and The Rock, right, would be, if you talk about placeholder until Roman and Cody at WrestleMania, right, why not, bro? Roman and The Rock all the way until Survivor Series, Roman Reigns ends The Rock's career.
What? Wow. Hey, bro.
At Survivor Series, where it all first started, bro.
Yeah. Okay, well, there you go. That's a lot of things to look forward to. I hope we haven't hyped ourselves up too much, and then when it actually happens that Roman Reigns wins, and then after that nothing, then we all go, oh, we all let down, yeah.
No. I have faith in Triple H, and for wrestling fans generally, this week is gonna be an awesome week. I mean, Dynamite 200 episode. Why not?
What lah? Don't waste my time lah, please. Look. I just thought of one thing as well.
Yeah.
You just brought up a name. Can you imagine at the end Roman Reigns wins? Everyone is waiting for, do you smell? And then instead it's time to play the game.
Ooh, Triple H come out. What?
Can you? Tuk. Oh, I think I'm hot. I know I'm sexy.
Or DX politicking their way to the main event since 1996.
Oh, cannot.
That would be funny.
Scully. And then it's a Dean Ambrose music, and then freaking Dean Ambrose come out.
He start bleeding already, bro.
Like, I want you. It starts bleeding for no reason whatsoever.
No. Let's be fair. I think if you're a wrestling fan, this week is gonna be a great week for you.
Yeah.
No judgment, because I also watch Dynamite. Whether you're gonna be watching the 200 episode of Dynamite, whether you're going to be checking SmackDown to see whether the Elders or Rikishi will appear.
Yeah.
Whether you're going to be watching Collision to see Ricky Starks and CM Punk have their entire feud. Or whether MJF and Adam Cole are going to turn on each other. And SummerSlam ending the weekend, bro.
Yeah, dude, bro, there's so many things. Okay, now Chad is taking this ball and running with it. Irvin says Kevin Nash come out. Bro, Kevin Nash come out. Haven't hit the ring yet. He's quad tear. And he
bro, no, don't start, guys. Don't start.
Deep royalty. As long as it's not, here comes the money. And he dance, and then his knee snaps.
The other quad, bro. The other knee snaps,
bro. No chance. That's what you got. And then Vince swaggers out.
Got mustache, bro. Not like me. Got like foreign like that. Got mustache come out. No, too much. Don't go crazy. You can go down the rabbit hole if you keep talking about this. So yeah, it's cannot. Let's just be excited and be happy. You know that the podcast we're gonna talk about it next week, but we are also gonna hype it up and be super active on the Discord. Let's make it as fun as it was in SummerSlam, in WrestleMania and Royal Rumble earlier this year.
Jump into the Discord so while the matches are happening, we can just talk about it, chat about it, and just have a good time, man. It's SummerSlam. It's a good time to be a wrestling fan. That's what's up.
For sure. And okay, one last thing as well, I think before we wrap up today, I think we should give a shout out to our guys, our bros and broskis and sisters from Grapple Max this past weekend, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Open house and they finally pulled out their last show at Tampines, bro, before they're gonna move to their new venue, right?
That's right. The final show at Jim Craft, sort of like a thank you show as well. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it down this past weekend. We had things to do. We were very busy. But things are looking up for the local wrestling scene, and stay tuned because we are going to be chatting with somebody who's been in the local wrestling scene for quite a while. Very outspoken fella, and it's going to be exciting to hear what he has to say. And he's actually also going to be on the SPW card. Yes, SPW also holding a show very soon.
August as well.
In August, yeah. So
yeah, and of course, like a bit further on in the horizon, we already have AEW All In confirmed, and as confirmed exclusive, one of our listeners, our long-time listeners, Gaddafi is gonna be there at AEW All In. So really looking forward to hearing his experience as well, right?
Absolutely. So, lots of stuff to look forward to, and hey, no better time to be a fan of pro wrestling. All right, let's wrap things up. Everybody, thank you so much for spending your Tuesday afternoon with us. Hey, I am getting ready to go to work. Usually when we do the podcast, I already finished work because I used to do the Power Breakfast show on Power 98, right? Cheap plug.
Yep.
But now I'm on the evening show. So in a few hours, I will be on radio, bro.
Yeah, so if you guys love hearing Mr. Young's voice so much, you can't get enough of his stream, you can't get enough of our podcast.
Oh, gosh.
Please, every single night, go while you're going home or you're driving or what, please turn on the radio at Power 98. You can hear his voice. Bro, do me a shout out, bro. Shout out the podcast on the show,
Of
bro.
course.
Come on.
Anytime there's some sort of wrestling related pop culture story, I will, very, sneakily slip in a. Oh, by the way, if you're into pro wrestling, I do a pro wrestling podcast, the premier pro wrestling podcast of Singapore. Kick to the gut.
Yeah, smart, bro. I now every morning I have my Tuesday boardroom meetings, bro. I'm corporate foreign now. Everything I relate back to wrestling, bro. I tell you, whatever lessons I learned from wrestling, I put it into my corporate life, bro. And one of it is you gotta know how to play the game, bro.
It's time to play the game, and it's time for us to get out of here. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. Description, that's where you'll find the Discord link, the Patreon link. Hopefully, we'll get to see you online very soon. What time? I'm going on air 4 to 8 p.m. 5 p.m., I'm actually on the Power 98 TikTok page live streaming. We are giving away NDP tickets this week, by the way. If you want to win NDP tickets, come join us.
Awesome, bro. I'll check it out as well. And as well, if you guys are interested in reading more of foreign Sportskeeda articles, I put it up regularly on our Patreon page as well. You can sign it up, you can read more news as well. Some exclusives as well. Go interview some wrestlers over there. Go check it out.
Oh, nice. Okay, we're going to get out of here, everybody. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you, and please take care of yourselves. We'll see you again next week. It's Mr. Young.
Alex Foreign in the building. Happy SummerSlam week.
Let me see.